Hi everyone, welcome to the Fantasy Football Social Pod, a lighter look at the Fantasy Football Week. I'm Gianni, he's Ed, and today we're joined by Andy. Andy, how do I introduce you? You are the face of Champ Man, at times Scout, at times Fan Team. What line should I go with?
Serial liquor, I think most people now know me as, which is not really the how I want to be remembered if I were to leave Twitter tomorrow. But I don't know, just somebody that enjoys FPL and says what I feel sometimes on Twitter.
I love that, and you're going to have to elaborate on the serial liquor thing because Ed and I know the story here. What's the story behind the serial liquor? It's a story from Fest, right?
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, I've had to hear this secondhand. Until the morning after, I was like looking at the pictures, going, "Oh my god!" So I think I was putting COVID to the test, knowing that we were all vaccinated and all had. I didn't have COVID on the way in, so I don't think I was licking people, as in like, you know, from chin to forehead licking. I think it was just kind of poking my tongue out in photos, and they didn't look very good in the morning. I won't lie. I can remember the beginning of the quiz. I can remember you being up on the stage, and it's a bit blank after that.
That was at 8 o'clock. Was at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I didn't have anything to eat. That was my downfall.
Our first two guests we got on, we're like, oh, we met them at Fest. They can talk about Fest. They both can't remember Fest.
No. So... I can remember the debate really well, and I loved the debate. That was great being up on the stage and everything. And then I can remember talking to Ed. I don't know what time it was, but Ed, I mean, I'm pretty sure Ed was trying to get me drunk. He was just plying me with these cards all night. And I was just like, yeah, and I think I must have gone through about 20.
Ed, we had words about this. What did I say ahead of the event?
He said, don't hand them out like confetti.
And I was like, Ed, I know you're new to the community. I know you want to make friends, but go easy on these free vouchers. They're costing us £5 a go.
Gianni, you don't realise that Andy has done Champ Man fantasy football streams. I have been watching them every Thursday. Him and Luke, FPL, what's he called again? Irons. And I was speaking to my wife just before this, saying, I'm going to go and do a podcast, I'll see you later. Who are you going to do it with this time? Gianni and who? I showed a picture. I'm doing it with Andy, this guy who's licking everyone at Fest. She said, I recognise him. He's one of those losers you watch on Thursday night, isn't he? Yes, he is. He's one of us.
Yeah, 50% of the losers on the screen was me.
Probably about 60%, really.
Yeah, to be fair. Yeah, because actually Luke was quite good at the game, whereas I wasn't.
Excellent stuff. Well, cool, guys. Many of you are here to hear Andy's stories, and we're going to have more of them later. But hopefully you're here for the quiz, which is coming in about 15 minutes' time. Andy's written a hell of a quiz for us, which you guys can all take part in. But also, you want a little bit of FPL stuff. So this is start of the week. And our thing is, at the start of the week, we go fairly light on our topics. But international break, we got lots of time ahead of transfers. But we're all thinking about it. There is one place to start with this discussion. We're going to touch on both Danny Ings replacements, Man City players, Torres especially, wildcards and when the best time to wildcard is. But we're going to start with a little bit on Man United. Andy, am I right in thinking you're a United fan?
I am indeed.
Yeah, as 50% of the community seem to be, right? So, Ronaldo, thoughts? Is he one that we wait and see, or is he one you're targeting for that Newcastle fixture? Because anyone buying him for Newcastle, it's kind of I feel like it will be mainly be United fans. It will be the nostalgic United fans that go, I want to go all in, I want to go armband.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm happy to wait a couple of weeks and I'm sticking with Bruno. Are you looking to change things up?
Do you know what? I'm probably going to go down the same route as you. This always happens at FPL. A big signing comes in and people think they're just going to hit the ground running straight away. Everything's going to work out like a fairy tale. He's going to score 2 goals against Newcastle. Everybody's going to captain him and everybody's going to get loads of points. It very rarely works like that. I'm not even 100% sure he starts against Newcastle. He could come on after 60 minutes. And, Cavani's now going to be playing as well. So we've got him back. We've got options up front. It's not like he's somebody we've brought in and we have to play him straight away. Like
but Andy, sorry to interrupt, Andy, but Cristiano Ronaldo coming on at 60 minutes against Newcastle will still probably score 3 hat-tricks.
Yeah, but then you can wait, though, can't you? You can wait. And do you know what? Watching that game against Wolves, yes, we scored 5 goals against Leeds, but we've toiled in fixtures since then. You know, against Southampton we did it, against Wolves we did it. We're not a free-flowing attacking team like City. So I'm holding off at the moment. If he scores 2 goals, he scores 2 goals. But I think Bruno, if you've got him, I'm still happy to hold him and potentially captain him in that game as well, because if we are going to score loads of goals, he's going to be involved. So I'm quite happy just to hold Bruno, I think, and not shoot my load quite as quickly as some people maybe are in the community.
Yeah, it's an interesting one because obviously he's on international duty, Ronaldo. He's in Lisbon today doing his medical, and you look at it and go, yeah, he'll arrive in Manchester only a couple of days before that Newcastle game. He will have no time to train with his teammates. So to throw him straight in, I mean, maybe it does happen, but I'm hesitant. Ed, you're big on premium forwards. You've got, how many premium forwards have you got?
I've got 2 now. So I've got Kane, Lukaku, and Antonio.
So, I mean, I feel like we should go with 3 because Antonio performs like one. So you've got room. You can very easily transfer Ronaldo in. You don't need surgery. Is that your plan?
Yes.
And
absolutely.
You're a Newcastle fan.
Yeah, exactly. So I know how Cristiano Ronaldo will go like a hot knife through butter through our defense. So yeah, I'll be getting him in. Whether, to be fair, your point is good. I think he will start on the bench against Newcastle. So I'll probably wait 1 week, but no more than that. I will be getting him in straight after that game when I know he's going to start.
I guess you've got Kane versus Palace, and then Kane's got a couple of tricky fixtures, so it's an easy swap there.
Yeah, and I mean, it's interesting that there's a bit of discussion going on about, will Bruno keep penalties and will Ronaldo have penalties? Ronaldo will probably have it written in his contract that he takes penalties. Like he gets what he wants, surely. I think it'll be crazy for Bruno to keep them. Imagine, have you ever seen Cristiano Ronaldo waiting for someone else to take a penalty kick? Doesn't happen.
Yeah. And we all know how good Bruno is, but don't think that Ronaldo didn't go to a Real Madrid with very good set piece takers, didn't go to a Juventus with very good set piece takers. It doesn't matter. If he wants them, he has them, and he wants them. Yeah. Moving across Manchester City, do we think Torres at 7.0 is a great option because he's getting minutes, he's scoring goals, and even if he's benched, he's only... Oh, hang on a sec. Just before we come to you, Ed, what was that you were drinking? For those that are listening, Ed's just picked up his drink container thing. What is that, Ed?
This is McDonald's Coke Zero. I thought I'd see what all the fuss was about with the McDonald's.
You're a man of the people, you are, mate.
Quite good. Awful queue. The drive-through. Anyway.
Oh, you wouldn't be seen dead in there, but you were happy going for the drive-through.
Yeah, no, I've got tinted windows, so no one really sees me. I put it down a little crack and then just shout out my instructions. And then
the driver doesn't do it for you.
No, he won't. No, I don't pay him enough for that. Quite.
What did you get with your drink, Ed, or did you just go for the drink because it's sort of you're a McDonald's virgin and all? I
got a Coke Zero, and I also got some French fries. I'm not sure how they transport them over each day, but some French fries. Yes, and they were far too salty.
Will you be back?
3 out of 5.
Excellent. We'll get back on with the FPL chat. Torres, Andy,
yes,
what are
please.
your thoughts?
Me on Torres?
Yeah.
I'm really tempted to get him. The only thing for me is their fixtures aren't amazing, especially leading up to game week 7, game week 8, where I'm thinking about maybe wildcarding. And to me, if he shows me that he can play 90 minutes all the time, up to game week 7 or 8, then probably I'll invest then. But he's still a City player, and he's still somebody that Pep could all of a sudden decide when Foden and KDB are back that he wants to play them in that false 9. So I'm not 100% sold yet, but for 7 million, he's worth a gamble probably.
Yeah, that's what I felt. I took the plunge on Sunday night. I did it. I did the dirty deed and went there. And I know what
forced a bit though.
Yeah, a little bit.
Changes.
I was. And do you know what? I actually went to bed going, I bought him and I don't even think he's going to go up in price now because it's all the wild cards throwing, with the predicted price changes and stuff. But no, he did go up and I was happy with it. But I had the exact funds. It's one of 2 transfers, the second one I'm carrying. I just feel like the ceiling's so big. And even if I have him for the next 2, I'm happy. Like he's got Leicester next. Leicester are conceding goals to Norwich. I think I can see City running riot there still. And then it's Southampton. So even if I just have him up until for game week 4 and 5, I think I could still get points. And then, Champions League fixtures, KDB, Foden coming back. I think he might be the sort of player that perhaps misses out in some of the big games. So against Man City, Chelsea, for example, game week 6, he might go with KDB as the false 9. Torres misses out. As long as he doesn't get the 1 point off the bench, or maybe I bench him for that fixture, maybe I'm not stung too hard. But yeah, I know I'm setting myself up for that team news an hour before kickoff every time, that anxiety you get when you have a pet player. But the rewards are too big, and it's only 7 million on my bench if he is benched. Ed, what do you reckon?
Who did you take out for him?
It was good question. Barnes, who was on the chopping block, and I could have gone Ben Rama. Yes, I still don't own Ben Rama, but I just want to be a little bit different with that player. My team's so template already that if I go Ben Rama, it's literally people tweeting me going, "I've got the same team as you." I don't want that. That's not fun. So yeah, Ed, what's your take on City? You going there?
I said it in the first week that unless it's Edison, Diaz, De Bruyne, Harry Kane, or basically any other player at City, I won't have them. I just won't have them in my team because Pep Roulette, nightmare. No, actually with Torres, I'm actually not going to have him because I think everyone's going to jump on him and then it's just Pep, isn't it? He'll be benched for 3 in a row. De Bruyne will suddenly come into the false 9 position like he was last season and Torres will be booted out of it. Yeah. And there we go. That's why I'm not going to get him.
Well, let's keep on the sort of 7 to 8 million players, but up top, many of us have had Danny Ings. There'll be loads of listeners that want to sell Ings during this international break. He's done well. He's got 3 returns in 3 games, obviously just off a 4-pointer. Who is the best player to replace him with? There are options: DCL, Wilson, Bamford, Jimenez. Andy, firstly, do you have Ings? And who would you replace him with, even if you didn't?
Yeah, so I do have Ings. And do you know what? It's been lovely that he scored every game, but I feel like not scored every game, got a return every game. But I feel like we've been quite lucky. They haven't really looked like they look like a team of individuals at the moment that are still waiting to get that bit of chemistry. He's good with the chances he gets. Don't get me wrong. Like that bicycle kick was amazing, but I'm definitely going to be moving off him, and it'll probably be for Calvert-Lewin. It's just about whether he seems to have this toe issue at the moment, doesn't he? So I'm just waiting to see on that. Really, I think he's somebody that fixtures look lovely. I love the way Everton are playing at the moment in terms of just literally feed him the ball as soon as you can. And it looks like they might be going in for Dan James now as well as Leeds. So they're literally just trying to sign wingers that are going to supply him. So yeah, I think Calvert-Lewin's the play personally. I like the other players, but the other thing is whether I literally downgrade Bruno and go up to Ronaldo from Ings, isn't it? That's the other option. So, but that would mean a hit. So it'd probably be Calvert-Lewin if I'm going to be sensible.
Interesting. Breaking news as we record this, and you'll know it by the time you listen, but Calvert-Lewin has withdrawn from the England squad due to that injury. So definitely one to keep an eye on. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, that's probably is positive news. I mean, I knew by going Torres, I'm pricing myself out of Ings to Calvert-Lewin. I can only downgrade Ings. I can't upgrade him, and Calvert-Lewin's gone up in value. I think it's 8.2 or 8.3 now. Yeah. So I can spend up to 8.0. So I'm looking at Jimenez, possibly Bamford. Ed, where would you go? I mean, you're really only big on kind of 10 million plus forwards, so not on your radar. But where would you go? I mean, would you look at Wilson?
The thing, I'm a Newcastle fan, and the thing with getting Newcastle players is it's just so awful. It's an awful experience watching Newcastle anyway, and has been for about 13 years. So when you have a player in there as well, so it just makes it more frustrating because I know as soon as I get Callum Wilson, and he'll stop scoring.
Double disappointment. Just awful experience. It's a burden already being a Newcastle fan. It's flipping awful. I wish I was born somewhere other than Newcastle. You can clearly hear in my accent I'm from there, but I was born there. I wish I was born in Barcelona or Madrid or Manchester and just get the pick of anything. It's horrible being a Newcastle fan. Am I proud of my team? No, I'm not proud of them. Why would you be proud of a bunch of losers? The fat manager and an owner who is just like some sort of slave trader. Sorry, move on. No, I won't be getting Callum Wilson in. Yeah. I mean, I bet it was helped. Yes, you were born in Newcastle, Ed, but you're a similar age to me, which means you really were getting into football around, I'm guessing, the mid-90s, which happened to be when Newcastle were good. I'm sure if Newcastle were rubbish, you probably wouldn't have supported them.
Yeah, no, I would have. I was born in Newcastle. Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay. But I mean, look at this. Very interestingly, I've got something. I'll explain for people on the pod right next to me, which is the newspaper from when Alan Shearer signed.
That's pretty cool. What's
Pretty
the date
cool,
on it,
isn't
Ed? What's the date?
It is Tuesday, July 30th, 1996. Let me just read you an extract from it. Sheer madness. Has the world gone mad when we value a footballer at 15 million? And it's got a picture of Alan Shearer, 15 million equals 1,000 nurses. That's the point they're making. And also, the Queen snubbed the Mirror readers. The Queen has snubbed more than 100,000 Mirror readers who want her to restore Princess Diana's HRH status. So, ominous.
At least he moved and won loads of trophies. That's the main thing.
Yeah, that's another thing about Alan Shearer. People always say we can edit this out if we don't hear it, but people don't. They just don't. They don't get it. Like if I was Alan Shearer, I would have done exactly the same thing, and I wouldn't regret it at all. Like
it's easy to say that after, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but Andy, if United, right, just say they haven't won a trophy in like 15 years, which is kind of nearly true. And you join them.
Proper trophy.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, proper trophy.
League or whatever. And you had the choice to go to Barcelona and you'd win loads, or Real Madrid, or United to be a hero and get a statue outside, etc., etc. And you did that, and you didn't win a trophy at Man United, but the fans loved you. You're the best ever goal scorer. You got a trophy. It's your hometown. Yada yada yada. What would you choose?
Barcelona, Real Madrid, easy.
Okay, let's move on.
Do you know, with the trophy though, I know trophies are amazing and players always bang on about them, but we can't forget these players have the biggest egos. And as much as they say it's all about the team trophies, they are all there, certainly the elite, for the individual accolades. And Shearer can always say, until someone passes him, I am the record Premier League goal scorer, until Harry Kane beats him, which inevitably he will. But I reckon Shearer would probably take that. I reckon he'd take that for the 15, 20 years he's had it, probably over a Premier League title. I don't know. Maybe that's controversial. But
he has a Premier League title, though.
True. He does have one.
Yeah.
Blackburn.
So I think he's got both, hasn't he? Which is quite nice for him.
The thing about Shearer is, I'm sorry to keep going on about it, so we need to move on. We're not talking about Alan Shearer. This is not 20 years ago. But, right, he scored 206 goals for Newcastle in 10 seasons. So an average of 20.6 goals a season. A whole year of that, he was injured, pretty much, and a bit more. And 6 of those seasons, he was over 30. It's pretty impressive what he did at Newcastle. I think we know that anyway. I'm not really, I just wanted to say.
I think we've got to keep this Shearer chat in, but let's move on to when is the best time to wildcard. Andy, what do you reckon? Are you close to pulling the trigger? Have you bookmarked something in for the next few weeks, or are you going as long as you can without it?
Do you know what? It's genuinely, I can see the merits of going now, and I can see the merits of going in game week 7 or game week 8. I think for me personally, I think I'm going to wait because I do like having more information. And I feel like it's going to be nice to have a bit more information because a lot has changed. Like a lot's changed recently. And I feel like game week 7 or 8 has got that nice fixture swing. Like Chelsea, beautiful fixture swings, but actually the fixtures aren't that nice before that. So I want to be jumping on those Chelsea boys after those. Don't get me wrong. I genuinely do feel like Chelsea are going to be very, very good this year. And it doesn't matter what the opposition is, but I still want to target those fixtures as much as possible. I feel like the wild card now could have a lot of benefits, but I'm not massively sure what I want to wild card into for the long term. And that's why I don't like it so much. So I think, yes, I'd be getting Ronaldo in. I'd probably want to get Lukaku in just because I know I'd want him eventually, but then why don't I wait for him? So I'm kind of looking at wildcard thinking, yes, if I wanted to be aggressive with price changes, yes, I'd do that. But I think waiting for game week 7, game week 8, if you want to put Man City and Liverpool players in because they're playing against each other in game week 7, I think that's roughly when I'm going to do it. And I think I can make moves and I can even take -4s, -8s now and then wildcard later and feel like I might have the benefit a bit more there. I've been tempted 2 weeks watching everybody else doing it and having fun is going to be hard. But I think the cautious approach might actually be better because it doesn't always turn out like you think it would. So I think looking at those fixture swings is probably the way I'm going to go.
It's interesting that you're looking at, is it now or is it ahead of game week 7? Is there not a third option in your head, or are you set on one of those two? Because my plan is 100% not doing it now. Possibly would do it ahead of game week 7 so I can get on Chelsea, but I feel like I can do that with 2 free transfers anyway. Mine is always with FPL. If things are going really well and I don't need to wildcard, then I use it as late as possible. And it's brilliant going into December, the festive period, all those fixtures, having a wildcard then up your sleeve. Is that part you're thinking? If you're looking really good come game week 7, you got a good rank, you got transfer in the bank, so you can still get Chelsea players. Is that an option too?
Potentially. My team would have to be pretty good, as in all the fringe bits as well. And that's the big thing I think with wildcards, where if you were a wild card in game week 7, game week 8, you're then setting your team up for the long haul, aren't you? And I'm looking at my team, and I've got Simicus, who's now a dead asset. He's not going to be playing. He's going down in price now, so I'm not going to get anything out of that. I've got Scarlett on my bench, and actually, are we wanting to have more? It's going to take a -4 or saving up a free transfer for me to upgrade him. Yeah. I've got Barkman and Foster. I'm not loving either of those. And they're all those fringe players that you're never going to change in a normal game week. And I'm just thinking, yes, I can move around those premiums, but I'm always going to have that rubbish fringe stuff around me. And with everything going on, you look at, Argentina are going away. And so people are having to not have their Argentinian players in their teams. We've got COVID still happening. And I just think having a bench that is playable is really important. And by game week 7, I'll know whether Livramento is completely nailed. I'll know all these players that are definitely going to be playing, and I can then make sure they're in my team, and I'm set up until Christmas then, basically. So, yeah, I feel like that is the way to go, just because of the way the season's going so far. But I could very well be wrong. I usually am. So,
Ed, when would you wildcard?
Well, you all missed the third option, which is last week was the best time to wildcard.
I knew you were going to say that.
Andy likes to have as much information as possible. I prefer to have as little as possible so that I can just go completely with my heart. And that led me to getting a measly 58 points this week. But hey-ho. I mean, I had a front three of Vardy, Kane, and Antonio. So Vardy, goal and assist. Antonio, goal and assist. Harry Kane, 2 points, and he's the one I captained. So, I mean, that's just, come on. If other people had Kane, if lots had him, lots of people would have been captaining him. So
I think he was the standout option. If you owned him, he was the standout option.
I haven't had a captaincy return yet. I mean, it's just...
Who did you captain in game week 1?
You were at Fest. Can you not remember? I said I was captain Tony. I captained Tony.
He captained Tony, Andy, in hope that he would be carried out like a legend.
Oh, yeah, I thought this is going to be brilliant. Imagine if Ivan Toney scores, a hat-trick or something. I did think Brentford were going to win. That was right. They were pretty convincing winners against Arsenal in their new stadium, etc., etc. And I was like, imagine everyone's going to be like, Ed, you're such a legend. Hey, Ed. As I get carried out, through the streets of London. But of course, none of that happened. And I just looked like an idiot.
Yeah. So instead, you just gave free drinks to everyone.
Yeah. So that they could drown my sorrows.
I think it's quiz time, guys. I'm always super excited for the quiz, and we're going to try and do it quick fire. But I know Andy's got some proper creative questions for us. So I'll throw to you. We are going to answer in as quick a fashion as possible. But, we'll see where we go. You guys can all play at home as well.
We started this whole podcast thing saying, we're going to be 30 to 40-minute episodes. The first one was 50-something. So we're trying to get it down. But, bear with us. We've got people like Andy who just go, oh, it's me. So,
You'll be fine. Honestly, I love a quiz. As soon as you said, do you want to do a quiz? I was like, yeah, I'll do a little quiz for you. I spent about 2 hours last night writing it up.
Let's just update everyone. So first episode, I won. So 1-0 to me.
Why did you win?
Because I know more about everything than you.
Is there any more background info you want to reveal?
I can't actually remember. Why did I win?
Well, he didn't. It's not that he cheated. I
was going to say, what are you suggesting?
Plonka had 2 sets of questions, easy and hard. He gave Ed the easy, me the hard.
Yeah. It was actually very patronising. He was like, Ed, this is a question about football.
And also, I was conscious of time, so I was going, I'm just going to give you an answer, and Ed was going,
load of rubbish. Load of rubbish.
Hear it back.
Fair, I watched it and I do completely agree with Gianni. That's exactly what happened.
Well,
Ed was working out all the maths. He was like, well, he did this and then he did this and he did it. So it's this person.
So I thought I used my brain. Let's get going. Or I'm the host. I can kick you out. I'm going to threaten to kick every guest out this flipping season.
Boys, we've got 3 rounds tonight.
Okay.
3 rounds. The first round is a quick fire round, a bit of a penalty shootout, a bit like you did with Plonka last week. Okay. So you get 5 questions each. If you get a question wrong, the other person can steal. There is a mix of FPL questions and football questions in there. Okay. Round 2 is a transfer trail round. Okay, you're going to enjoy that one. I've really enjoyed. I think that's going to be quite a good one. And then question 3 is going to be round 3 is going to be an elimination round, which I'll explain when we get there. Okay. So round 1. So I'll explain it again just in case people didn't hear. So quick fire penalty shootout. Each player gets 5 questions. If they get the question right, they get a point. If they get it wrong, it passes over to the other player. And then that player will get a point if they get it correct. So the first 5 questions are for you, Gianni, and there is a reason why, which you'll see in a minute. Not all the questions, but 1 or 2 of them are specifically for you.
And can I just say, Andy, these are equal sort of in hardness. Yeah. You're not patronising me. Yeah, great.
No, yeah. Yours are things like, can you spell football, Ed?
Yeah, can you spell football? Yeah,
great. Yeah. Right, Gianni, are you ready? And I'm assuming the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music will start again now.
Hopefully not for the whole 20-minute period, though.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So that's clearly.
I quite enjoyed it, actually.
That's something Gianni wanted probably to tell me off air, but just thought I'll just get it in now while I remember. Okay,
I quite liked it. As a viewer last week, I enjoyed it.
Oh, okay. So maybe we need to open this out on a Twitter poll or something.
I think my wife was like,
for the whole day, my wife was like, I can't get this music out of my head because I heard it for half an hour earlier.
I thought it was good. Okay. Right, Gianni, question 1 for you. Who is the longest serving manager in the Premier League?
Is that with in one particular job? So, for example, Steve Bruce only if he's been at Newcastle,
in his
but not
current job.
In his current job, longest manager. Oh God, I'm thinking of time, so I'm going to say something. I'm going to go with Jurgen Klopp.
Incorrect. Ed.
Pep?
No.
Was he after Klopp?
It is Sean Dyche.
Oh, yeah.
Of course it was. was. I bet Klopp and Pep were fairly high, but... Yeah.
Gianni, you really should have got that, to be honest.
I should.
Question 2 for Gianni. Who is the highest scoring midfielder in FPL as of the end of game week 3?
It was Benrahma before game week 3, but then he got 2 points. I'm still... Oh, Salah got the 10 points. It's going to be Salah, isn't it?
Correct. It is Mo Salah. 1 point for you. Lovely stuff.
Come on.
Third question, and this is why these questions are for you. Who scored Italy's goal in the 2006 World Cup final?
Materazzi scored from a Pirlo corner. He also got Zidane sent off and scored in a shootout. And the shootout scorers were Materazzi.
Correct. Question 4. Who is the highest scoring goalkeeper in FPL as of game week 3? So the end of game week 3, so now.
Gosh, has anyone had 3 cleanos? I mean, I think Mendy had 2 cleans. Edison's had 2, I think. Has Alisson had 2? It's probably one of them.
I know the answer.
Have I said the guy's name?
Not saying.
None of them have had. There's been no penalty saves from memory. There's not been a game where someone's just got chicken oriented with save points. I'm gonna go
chicken oriented.
No one's got mental with save points. I'm gonna. Should we go? Mendy or Edison? Mendy.
Incorrect.
Hugo Lloris.
3 clean sheets, of course.
27 points. Hugo Lloris has so far. 27 points. So that is a point for Ed. Nice steal. And last question.
1-1 this round, is it?
For Gianni. No, it's 2-1 at the moment. Last question for Gianni in this round. Who currently wears number 3 for Crystal Palace?
Van Aanholt, I don't think ever wore it. Tyreek Mitchell is a left back. However, I'm guessing was always like a high number and didn't get the 3 shirt, even if it was up. One of the centre backs they've signed could have had it. Does Anderson wear it or Gray? Or do I go safe and say it is Mitchell? I shouldn't be saying out loud because then on the steal Ed can get it. But I'm gonna go. The other centre backs like Kale and Dan don't wear 3. I used to bloody work at Palace. I should really know this. I'm gonna go Mitchell.
Correct. Well done. Yeah. Took it from PVA, didn't he?
Very
nice.
nice.
Right. So Ed, this is now your 5 questions, mate. Yeah, three points, but 1 still from Ed, so not bad. So here we go. Your first question is: who is the highest scoring striker in FPL as of the end of game week 3?
Well, I'm thinking out loud. It must be Antonio, isn't it? Yeah, Antonio.
Correct. Flying start, mate. Question 2. I love this question, by the way. Name the only Armenian to have played in the Premier League.
Is it? Hang on. Is Mkhitaryan from Armenia? No. It's not, is it? Where's he from again? All right. Well, I mean, I've said it now. I said that. I'm not going to get it. Who is it?
What's your answer?
Oh, sorry. Henrik Mkhitaryan was my answer.
Correct.
Oh,
I was trying to mind game him.
Oh yes, that's correct. Mind games. Oh, that's in your book, isn't it? I remember.
Gianni was just shaking his head like, no, of course he's not Armenian.
Armenian? What are you talking about?
Yeah. Question 3. By the way, he's already caught you up. Question 3. Which player has the most yellow cards in Premier League history?
Gareth Barry.
Correct.
Yes!
Jeez, very good, mate.
See.
I think your question 1 and 2 were fairly easy, but that was a difficult question. Fair play.
Not for me.
Question 4. Who is the highest scoring defender in FPL as of the end of game week 3?
Marcus Alonso.
Correct. Cool. Clean sweep. Last one, and I'll be impressed if you get this one.
Okay, good.
Who won League 1 last year?
Wickham went up in the playoffs, didn't they? Luton.
Incorrect.
I know
Luton
they went up the season
no,
before.
no.
They went up the season before.
Luton did really well in the championship last year, didn't they?
And Wickham were in the championship too, Ed.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said they went up the playoffs the year before.
Oh, soz.
Because they beat Sunderland in the same.
Gianni, chance to steal.
Were Rotherham in the championship last year or League 1? Rotherham either go down or go up every time. So I might take a punt that Rotherham were in League 1 and won it. Or maybe Rotherham.
They were the opposite. They went down.
They went down today.
It was Hull City.
Hull
City. Right. So current scores after round 1. Ed has 5 and Gianni has 3. Right.
Still tight.
On to round 2. Transfer trails. So basically then, what we're going to do, I am going to describe the career of a player. Okay, so club by club, from their very first club to their last club.
In order?
In order.
Good
What
game.
you two have to do, when you think you know what the player is, shout your name out. So if you think you know it after one club, shout it out. But if you shout your name out and say a player and you get it wrong, you are then frozen out for the rest of that one. Does that make sense?
Very good. And we don't know how many clubs there's going to be, so you could be
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you shout your name out and then you go, oh no, I can't think of it, you are still out. As soon as you say your name, you must say a player.
And it's not just Premier League players; it's any player.
All of these players have played in the Premier League at some point.
Ooh, very good.
All right.
Very good. Very good theme.
Right. Are you ready? So, player 1. Remember, you must shout your name out. If you shout the player out, it does not count.
Okay.
Right. Player 1 played for Enugu Rangers, Neuenkirchen, Frankfurt, Fenerbahce, Paris Saint-Germain, Bolton.
Ed
Was
JJ Okocha.
Correct. JJ Okocha was the answer there.
I put my hand up like a school kid.
Yeah.
I know. This is my proper teacher mode coming out now.
Well done, mate. It was the Bolton that did it. As soon as he said Bolton, I was like, ah.
There's not many that have gone PSG to Bolton, so
No, I know. Right. Player 2. Lumizane, Inter Milan, Manchester City, AC Milan.
Gianni.
Gianni.
Okay, hang on a sec. You said Inter to Man City to AC. Oh no, I've got it wrong.
Frozen out.
I was gonna say the Dutch holding. I was gonna say Nigel de Jong, but no, not de Jong. Where did he go? It's not de Jong.
Gonna have to push you for an answer.
Yeah, I'm done.
No, right, Ed, you get to hear the rest.
Okay.
So, Lumizane, Inter, Man City, AC Milan, Liverpool, Nice, Marseille, Brescia, and then Monza.
Inter to Man City.
You got 2 seconds.
Well, you've got more than that, and you've just interrupted it. Hang on.
Should have waited one more, Gianni.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not gonna know it in the time.
No.
Balotelli, of course. No.
It was Mario Balotelli.
My boy. Monza is Berlusconi's club as well. So he had Kevin Prince Boateng and Balotelli at Monza, which was like a Serie B team.
Right, player 3. Stade Reims, Metz, Marseille, Arsenal, Villarreal.
Ed.
Yeah.
Is it Edu?
Incorrect. And Gianni, big clue this last one as well. Aston Villa.
Oh, Pires.
Robert Pires.
Mets, of course. Championship manager 97-98.
Exactly. You might see a theme. Some of these were in chat, man.
Brilliant.
Right.
You would think. I need
Had to do this one, by the way, and you'll see why in a minute. Player 4. Arsenal. Yeovil.
Gianni.
Yeah, Gianni.
Luke Hayling.
Very good.
Come on, that's what we do. Does that bring me level? I think that brings me level.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It's 6-5 to Ed at the moment.
Yeah, so just calm down, mate. All right, calm down.
Yeah.
Right. And his
Player
dad used to
five.
play
I'm glad
for
you're
Arsenal.
enjoying this round.
Oh, yeah.
Player 5. Guadalajara. Chivas. Manchester United.
Ed.
Yeah.
Javier Hernandez.
Correct. Very good. Smashing it, boys.
Yeah.
7-5 to Ed it is at the moment.
We're just training for the end of season. All the podcasts are going to have a quiz tournament. This is our training.
Yeah. Player 6. Santos. Real Madrid.
Ed. Oh no, played in the Premier League as well. Oh no.
No, go on.
Hang on. Santos to Real Madrid, and he's going to end up Robinho.
Correct.
Yes! See!
Well done. Yeah, Man City after Real Madrid. Oof. Gianni. Oof. Right. Player 7. Rangers. Blackpool.
Ed.
Gianni.
Ed?
You've gone so early here, and I have too, but yeah.
Well, my thought is, I know Charlie Adam ended up back at
You've
Rangers.
gone for a Scottish bloke that played at Blackpool.
Charlie Adam.
Correct.
Of course.
Oh, Gianni was so ready to jump in and didn't.
Gotta be quicker.
Player 8. I like this one.
Hang on. Wait a sec. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes.
I ripped the video out as I was.
We can hear you.
I can hear you.
Hear you guys.
Yeah.
Player 8.
He's starting to panic. He's starting to fray around the edges.
Player 8. Kumu. MYPA.
Sorry, what was the first club? I missed that. I'm fiddling with my audio.
Beg your pardon.
Kumu. MYPA.
Yeah, I bet you're glad you asked for the first one again.
That's helped.
Willem. Liverpool, Bayer Leverkusen.
Ed.
Gianni. Oh,
there's no more.
You go
Right,
first.
well, Ed, yeah, there's no more. So Ed gets to go first, and then Gianni does.
Liverpool. He probably.
Oh, if you're not ready, I'll go. I've got a name.
Go on.
Stefan Honcho.
Incorrect.
I mean, I know it's not right, but Dirk Kuyt.
Huppier.
It's Sami Huppier.
Oh,
Dirk
unfortunately.
Kuyt was Feyenoord, wasn't he?
Yeah, so I can't give you that point.
Oh, I needed that.
Player 9 is an interesting one.
Okay.
Haven't they all been interesting?
Nottingham Forest,
Yeah.
Leicester,
Mm-hmm. Oh.
that's it.
Ed. No. Oh,
Let's say it. Go on.
I've just realised it's not right, but
Yeah,
because was that all the clubs? Was it just
Yeah.
two? I was going to say Neil Lennon, but then I realised that can't be right.
Incorrect.
Forest to Leicester, and then they've stayed at Leicester. I don't know. Who's? I've got it. No, I've not. I was gonna say Matt Cash because he was Forest to Villa, Forest to Leicester. Who's English at Leicester that we would be thinking of? That's only had 2 clubs. I know you're going to push me on time.
Yeah.
Defender. Wes Morgan. Got it.
Correct.
Come on.
Very good. I was going to say he won the Premier League with Leicester as well.
Very good. You know, it took about 5 minutes, but
Mate, I need to take some layers off. I am genuinely sweating here. This is stressful.
Right, last one for this round.
Am I anywhere
What's
near
the score?
it yet?
What's the score?
It is 9-6 to Ed at the moment.
This is embarrassing.
Right, player 10. Boca Juniors, Corinthians, West Ham.
Gianni.
That was Gianni first.
You got one of two.
So,
I mean, if you waited one more club.
yeah. Were you going to say United or Barcelona? Or
I know the answer.
Or Liverpool. Starting at Boca, we know Tevez started at Boca because he went back there. So Tevez.
Correct.
Oh, you
Well
tease,
done.
you tease, Andy. For those podcast listeners, he gave me the face like I got it wrong.
Just gonna make it clear now. I will be going back and listening to see who was first there because on my end of the audio, I was.
Behave.
Well, I'm just gonna say.
Anyway, 9-7 to Ed.
Okay.
Going into the last round.
Oh, this
Now
is good.
then.
Okay.
The last round is the Eliminator Round.
Oh, that sounds
Each
terrible.
player will take it in turns to give me an answer to my question.
Yeah.
For each correct answer, you get a point.
Mhm.
If you give me an incorrect answer, you are out.
Okay.
The other player can then continue to give me correct answers until they get one incorrect. Does that make sense?
That makes
Is it
sense.
are we competing against each other on the same question?
You
Is
are.
it fastest?
So, for instance, if I said, give me a team that has won the Premier League, if Gianni said Arsenal, that's a point. Then it's Ed's turn and he said Chelsea, that's a point. If Gianni then said Blackpool, he's then out and Ed can continue to give me correct
Idiot,
answers.
Johnny. Blackpool have not won the Premier League.
Until he gives me an incorrect answer. Does that make
Okay.
sense? So this could be, if Ed gets one wrong straight away, Gianni, you could run away with this. So it doesn't, basically it makes the other 2 rounds obsolete.
Yeah, and
right.
this is there's only one question on this round.
This is
There's
like
2.
Quidditch.
There's
There's
two.
It's like
2.
Quidditch.
2 questions.
Everything that goes on in the game is pointless, and then the guy gets a snitch.
That's not true. That is a common misbelief. You can catch the snitch and still lose. It's worth 300 points, Ed.
No, it's worth 150 points.
Whatever it is, but
Yeah.
you can still catch it.
Yeah, I know,
and
but it
lose.
just never ever
I have
happens.
no idea what you're talking about.
Have you read Harry Potter? We'll do the Harry
No.
Potter episode later in the season.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, your first question, and it will go to the person that is currently not winning, which is Gianni. So he gets the first.
Gianni,
You can say it. You can say losing if you need to.
Oh, okay. Oh, I can't say that when I'm at school, so I say
You're a
the
primary
person
school
who's
teacher,
not
aren't you?
winning.
Yeah.
So, name a player that has won the Golden Boot in the Premier League, and there are 24 players that have won it because quite a few have shared it in a season.
Oh, okay. Alan Shearer.
Correct.
I thought I'd go with Ed start.
Mohamed Salah.
Correct.
Thierry Henry.
Correct.
Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Correct.
Suarez. Luis Suarez.
Correct.
Harry Kane.
Correct.
Did Aubameyang tie it with Salah the year before last? I want to say Aubameyang.
Correct.
Andy Cole.
That was my next one.
Correct.
Did Drogba win it? I think he did one year. Must have done. Do I want to go Drogba? Yeah. Drogba.
Correct. Not even halfway yet, guys. Just
Jamie
so you know.
Vardy.
Correct.
Oh, not even halfway. Christ.
No, you've named 10. There's 24 to name.
Blimey.
I'll go
There's
with.
some big players you haven't said yet as well. Just to make you feel good.
Yeah. Torres. Do I want to commit to that? Yeah, he must have done. No. He didn't.
You can't just say a name and then watch our
No,
reaction.
sorry. No. Have you seen Andy's face? He's given nothing away. Can I go away from Torres and go?
You would like? You haven't locked it in?
I'm literally going to have to edit out that silence. I'm literally going to have to go to the editor to edit out. That was so long.
Forget the Torres one. Van Persie.
Correct.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, Christ.
Correct. Now you're halfway.
Now I can say Torres. Let's go with. Oh God, mind blank. Oh, Torres.
Incorrect. So that means Ed potentially can name another 12 players to
He
get.
can't get
12.
one wrong though, can he?
No, if he gets one wrong, that is it.
Dwight York.
Correct.
Oh my God, I'm so bad at this.
Ian
What?
Wright.
Premier League.
Incorrect. No, Ian Wright had not. So you
Mane?
did not take that opportunity. Mane did share it one year. Yes.
Yeah, he had the shared with
Plenty of
Aubameyang.
Chelsea players you haven't named, by the way.
Lampard, did he get it?
Who?
Lampard, Hasselbank.
You heard of Frank
Hasselbank.
Lampard, Andy? Frank Lampard, he's called.
Hasselbank definitely did. The
Hasselbank.
players you didn't name: Sheringham,
Wow.
Dion Dublin,
Oh yeah.
Michael Owen.
Michael
Yeah.
Owen. Do you know Michael
Sutton.
Owen? Do you know Michael Owen never scored 20 league goals?
He's shared it that year. Sutton, Hasselbank, Kevin Phillips,
Kevin Phillips
Kevin
had.
Phillips.
I wanted
He
to
won
say
the
that.
European Golden Boot that year.
Ruud van Nistelrooy.
I said that.
Yeah,
Did
it
you?
said it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did
I'll
say
let you
that,
off then.
Mr.
Anelka,
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Tevez,
didn't know that.
Berbatov,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Aguero,
Oh wow. Oh wow.
and the rest you got. So
We're
well
pretty
done.
bad, aren't we? Well,
So actually,
speak for myself.
not too bad. 7-6 in that round. So Ed's obviously picked another point from you there.
What's the point?
So 7-6. So it is 16-13 at the moment. But we've got quite a
Plenty
good
of
one.
space here. Plenty of space.
Exactly right. Exactly the same for this round now. So exactly the same Eliminator Round. And Ed, you'll be able to go first this time.
Thank you.
Both of them have their pads out now. Or is it just Gianni? I would like you to name me a player that wears number 7 in the Premier League this season. So from any club, but obviously we're going to start dwindling down the clubs, but I want to know a player that wears number 7 in the Premier League this season.
Edison Cavani.
Correct.
Literally the first name I wrote down. I'm going to be terrible at this. Just throwing it out there.
I already know. I can't think of another one.
Good. Kante.
Correct.
Even this one's going to be my club, Newcastle. Did Joe Linton take the 7? Joe Linton.
Correct.
Oh, who did he give 9 to? Wilson.
Wilson took it this year. Yeah.
Heung-min Son.
Correct.
Did not know that. I don't look at the numbers. I'm going to have to picture a shirt. Like, okay, who? Chelsea. Who wears? Oh no, you've got that. Man City. Who wears the 7? I'm picturing the number, the light blue. What's the name that's going to appear before me in my eyes? I think it's maybe. It's not. No, Ferran Torres is 7 million in the game. He's not number 7. My brain's getting confused. Bernardo Silva.
Incorrect.
Negative.
Oh, here we go. Right,
Yeah,
Gianni.
unfortunately, this is not a game I know the answers to.
If you can get 3 or more
stomped.
here, you've taken it.
I don't think I can get one more, mate. I'm really struggling. 7.
I think you can definitely get 2 or 3. You can definitely get 2 or 3. By the way, I will say, Liverpool currently do not have a number 7.
Sure.
Why didn't you say that before? I might have said a Liverpool player. You've given him an unfair advantage. This is a disgrace.
I'm done.
You didn't go for that though. If you'd have mentioned it, I'd have said it.
I actually don't know any 7s. Like I reckon 9s and 10s I could have gone for a while, but 7s are so difficult. So think of a club. Okay, Andy, can you just
we should probably call it a day there. Really,
can you just give me a club. Who wears 7 for? The bigger teams are easier because we watch them every week on TV. Arsenal. Wait, Man City. I must be able to do City. Sterling 11.
I just tried. It's hard.
You said Bilva, so it's not Bilva. It's 7. I think Ferran Torres could be it actually.
Okay. My brain did tell me that. I didn't listen to my brain.
It could be Ferran Torres.
Oh no.
It's not Foden, it's not De Bruyne, it's not. It is Torres, I think. Torres.
They'll be screaming at the screen at home or the podcast.
Incorrect.
Yes.
You want to know who it is?
Go on.
Sterling.
I said Sterling wore 11, but
Took it this year, number 7.
oh wow. So I actually won that by a point, but lost overall by 2. I can't believe that. Give us, go on, Andy. Give us some 7s that we're going to. I can't believe that.
Yeah, I know. So I thought you might do a bit better in that one. Arsenal, it's Saka. Aston Villa, John McGinn.
No.
Brentford is Canos.
Oh, of course.
Brighton is Connolly.
Oh yeah.
Burnley is Goodmanson.
Oh, of course.
I knew that.
Crystal Palace is Olise.
Oh right.
Everton, Richarlison.
Okay. I might have got that one. I thought.
Leeds, nobody has it for Leeds either.
Okay.
Does Bowen wear 7? No, he doesn't at West Ham.
Leicester is Barnes.
Okay.
Man United, Cavani, Newcastle, Jolinton. Norwich is Rupp. Southampton is Shane Long.
Oh.
Watford is Josh King.
There's a lot of players that aren't in the 11s, isn't there?
Yeah, I know. West Ham is Yarmolenko.
Yeah.
And Wolves is Neto.
Okay.
Neto.
Good question. That is harder than that's. I don't notice the numbers.
It's a tricky number, that, because if you said 9 or 10 or even 11, I reckon we'd have got loads. But 7s, I mean, what the hell is Kante doing wearing 7?
Yeah, I know.
Like, oh man! So what were the final scores
mean,
and the doors, Andy?
Yeah, exactly. What that does mean is in second place is Gianni with 15 points. And in first place with 18 points is Ed.
Woohoo!
Yes! Again.
Let us know what you got at home. Comment. If you watch this on YouTube, comment with your score. Although you're only allowed to be me or Ed. You can't be both of us, if that makes sense.
Okay, well, I think I've been given the honours of calling us out here. I'd just like to say, Andy, thank you very much for being with us. You can follow Andy. Where can you find Andy? Everywhere, pretty much. But what are you on Twitter?
FPL Mode on Twitter.
FPL Mode on Twitter. Become one of his 8,000 or 9,000 followers, whatever. Thank you very much for listening or watching. Thank you very much. Follow us on Twitter. You probably already do. And we'll speak next week. Is that okay, Gianni? Have I done all right?
I think that's great, mate. I mean, I'm clearly just too disappointed to speak. Two losses in a row. Thank you, Andy, mate. It was lovely meeting you and meeting you properly. You know, we spoke at Fest, but I was busy presenting. You were too busy licking. But now I feel like I met you properly. Thank you,
Cheers
mate.
For having me, guys. Really
and guys,
thank you.
We'll be back next week. So do tune in. Please like, subscribe, all that jazz. Tell your friends. See you later.